Should Christians celebrate Halloween just like everybody else? Are we entertaining evil by participating? Should we do Halloween alternatives like Trunk or Treat or Judgment House or Reformation parties? All things we're going to weirdly be talking about on this episode of the DudeFax podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the DudeFax podcast. We're so glad you're here. We're four guys that are united by a love for coffee, Jesus, and corny jokes. In the past, we all served in ministry together. In the present, we create podcasts to help you get through your week. And in the future, we aspire to be the granddad that teaches his grandkids to pull his finger. So if you love Java, Jesus, and dad jokes, you're going to fit right in. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of Joe, and enjoy this week's episode of the DudeFax podcast.
Yeah! Welcome to this episode.
Who made this sweet DJ?
Welcome to this
Halloween
episode.
mix?
Sorry, I got so excited I disconnected my headphones.
Welcome to this scary episode of the DudeFax podcast. I'm joined by what I think is Ryan and Josh. Nice costumes, guys. Ryan, what are we dressed up as tonight?
So here's the story behind this costume. I made this myself for Halloween several years ago. So I intended to go to Halloween the year I made this as symbiote Spider-Man or like black suit Spider-Man. Because he's one of my favorite Spider-Man, like favorite looks for him. But it happened to be the same year that the Venom movie came out, the first one. And everyone just thought I was Venom. So I'm either Spider-Man
I thought you were
or
Venom.
Whichever one.
Earlier, before the podcast began, you were talking in a like Southern accent. It was almost like you had Josh's character, like it was symbiotic with your character. And I thought that was pretty funny because I think Venom or symbiote Spider-Man needs to talk like a real man.
Hey, dang old Peter Parker, get back here.
I'm gonna skin you alive, boy. All right, so Josh, what are you supposed to be besides a typical woman riding a motorized cart at Walmart?
That's it.
It's like you called it.
You got more.
So, mine is the, kind of, I got to figure this out today. What's cheap? And so
I tell you what, you look like you're dressed like a tourist that I saw near Broadway in Nashville the other day.
It is the Nashville tourist starter
You look
pack.
like somebody who came from out of town, like maybe you were like, from Southern Alabama or something like that. And you're like, I'm going to Nashville for the day, week or whatever.
I'm hearing something delayed.
Well, I could hear whoever has the podcast on their phone. I could hear it a little bit in my ears.
My volumes are down.
Your volumes are down.
My volumes are down.
I just had mine up, but I just turned it off. Well, I am.
Hold on, before we look at your awesome costume, the best part of mine is below the equator.
Oh, that's right. We need to see this.
So I want to show you this.
America!
Woo!
I'm dead sexy.
Yep.
And I think I just have a lot of fun, like poking around military bases, making grown men scream.
You know what's funny? I think
like
my dad had a pair of shorts like that when I was like 1 year old.
That costume also really just encompasses this soundbite.
America! It does.
Yeah, I like it. The teeth pull it all together, I think.
Thanks.
For the most part.
What are you dressed up as?
I'm Magnum PI, and no, I'm just kidding. I am the quite possibly the best accordion playing spoof songwriter ever, Weird Al Yankovic. But my inspiration for this costume came from a couple of things. One, I recently watched the movie Weird, the Al Yankovic story, starring Daniel Radcliffe / Harry Potter as Weird Al, and was real inspired. Hilarious movie. I also the other day saw online somewhere that Paul Rudd was taking his small daughter trick-or-treating, and she was dressed as a superhero, and he was dressed as Weird Al Yankovic. And I laughed my head off because it was just so good. I always like picking a costume that's just like bizarre and weird, and this was perfect. So it only costs like $20 on Amazon to assemble all this.
Nice.
But I have to show you the best part. Like you were showing us your Daisy Dukes and your cutoffs, Josh. This wig, when I ordered it, I just thought I ordered because it's kind of Weird Alish, but it came with this.
Ooh.
And
which is also kind of Weird Alish.
You should have seen the reaction on my dog's face when I was putting this on in the mirror and he was staring at me. It was almost like he was ashamed of me. But yeah.
Nice.
So it's Weird Al, but like it's a little Weird Al. Or Chippendale.
I was going to say, you kind of look like, what is his? Oh,
there's
nice.
my tat, by the way.
I feel like I can see it better this week. Jeff, what you look like Patrick Swayze in the Chippendale sketch from SNL.
That's what I was going for. I did. So I got this wig when nobody was home. It came in the mail, and I was very thankful because nobody at my house could see it. And my wife and son got home from something, his basketball practice or something. And I thought this is a perfect time for me to go into the closet, put on the wig and the bow tie, and just come out shirtless. And so I did. And you should have seen the horrified reaction. It was pretty awesome.
That's what it means to be a dad, though.
Reaction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, my son thought it was awesome. Wife, on the other hand, I don't know.
She wasn't as thrilled.
Whew. It's hard to breathe in that.
Oh, gosh, that's Ryan.
That's a real scary costume.
Sorry. I'm scared, you guys.
Grant is dressed up as Ryan. That's pretty impressive.
Well, and I was wondering, are those...
I have another zipper
Grant's
back
glasses?
here. It's just going to be Grant.
Are those Grant's glasses you're wearing? Jeff?
They kind of look like Grant's glasses.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's kind of what he looks like with his mustache.
I'm thinking I should just troll him one day and just take off the wig and just wear the glasses and the mustache.
Mm-hmm.
But I need one that, you know, is like this and doesn't have anything here.
Pencil thin.
Yeah. That'd be the true Grant stash.
So we're glad everybody's joining us, and obviously we're dressed up because it is that time of year, Halloween season. We're going to be talking about Halloween. Should Christians even celebrate Halloween? If not, then we probably need to change our clothes because we're, not doing the right thing.
Jesus, Juke.
I'm celebrating National Dress Up Day.
I'm not sure what
that
just
was
happened.
That was an accident.
But anyway, we're glad that you're with us, and whether you disagree with Halloween or not, we're going to get into some good discussion, and so we hope that you'll be a part of that discussion if you're listening live, or you're going to jump on live in a little bit, or whether you listen to this on Monday. And if you're listening to this and not watching this, you're really missing out, especially when Josh showed his legs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's all downhill from here. I mean,
that's right.
We peaked.
And what does your shirt say, Josh? Oh, this is my Halloween costume. Oh yeah. I love that. Now, did you get that at Walmart?
I did. This is Walmart. This is just normal Walmart stuff that you buy outside of the wig.
Yeah.
Things located everywhere else in the store besides the Halloween section.
Yeah. You're either a really manly guy or you're a woman named Darlene.
It's Darlene.
Yeah.
We
Or
did
really
talk about
manly
last
woman.
week about women with facial hair, so
That's true.
their mustaches.
Well, please feel free to comment as you're watching this live, or feel free to comment on anything else that we post as we're doing this. But speaking of comments, it is that time every week that we love, and it's to hear your comments.
Oh yeah.
It's time for comments.
Well, that sound is about how it is for comments this week. So I have
Oh man,
two comments for us,
two.
but they're good ones. Okay, so on our discussion of tattoos last week, we got a comment from Freddie Valkersell on TikTok.
Yeah, Freddie B.
Oh, Freddie V. It said, "I'm getting a tattoo that says Grant is my homeboy," which I would love to see that.
Yeah.
All right, it's locked
Especially
in, Freddie
if
V.
Grant was wearing his glasses in the tattoo.
Freddie, if you get that tattoo, we're gonna have you on the show to display that tattoo.
Oh, definitely.
That's worth it. I mean, how do you
But
turn that
I think
down?
he should get the tattoo live on the podcast.
Oh, even better. I like that. We might actually have more than just us tuning in.
Cool.
And
Gonna
then,
double our
second,
listenership.
yeah, right. Our second comment from this week comes from a random on YouTube Shorts. So
Yes.
Jeff posted a video to our socials, referencing Jesus putting sending the demons into the pigs and them running off the cliff. So this man, Mark Rayan Valdez, I don't know, on YouTube said, are they really pigs and not your mom's ancestors? With a bunch of laughing emojis, which I thought was a pretty sick burn.
Yeah. He got me. I mean,
100% got us.
All right, now listen. You don't talk about our mamas,
Yeah.
and you really don't talk about our pigs. Shoo-wee.
We
I love
know
me some pig.
we know that he was just trying to ham it up.
Oh yeah, John, I'm pretty sure you just said in the exact voice of many Arkansas Razorback fans how they talk
That's what I'm
about
going
their
for.
football team. So
And they yell suey, don't they?
yeah, they do. Yeah,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Bunch of rednecks.
Swine. So we did get a couple. We actually got some interaction different ways this week. So I know the traditional comments, we only had a couple, but on Instagram stories, we had a lot of people answer the question that we're going to get to here in a second about candy. But we also threw up a video earlier this week, and it was Taylor Swift just kind of giving a weird look to the thought of listening to the DudeFax podcast. And the caption said, Taylor's reaction when she listens to DudeFax. And our friend Sandin Coffee actually replied to that because we asked, what does your DudeFax face look like? And he said, mine lands somewhere between Taylor Swift and Derek Zoolander. So I thought that was a great little reaction.
That's a compliment, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Mine lands somewhere between Derek Zoolander and Jim Carrey most of the time.
That changes it.
Yeah.
Which Jim Carrey? That's my question.
Yeah. Modern Jim Carrey.
Like
All
the
right,
MASH
then.
Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
Ace Ventura Jim Carrey.
Because the modern Jim Carrey is just angry.
Yeah. And I don't remember if it was on there somewhere, but for some reason I thought Tyler responded to that somewhere. I don't know
Oh
if
no,
responded to one of the
he
videos.
did. It was on TikTok. I must have failed to screenshot that one. So yeah, he said I remember now, because I replied. He replied and said that that's his face watching the live last week.
Oh, okay.
Which makes sense.
Thanks, Tyler.
Because
Yeah.
that was an experience. So if you're not in on the live right now, you should get on there.
Yeah.
We might.
So
I know that no one would have
it's
heard
funny.
that.
It's funny. That's what I was thinking. It's like, hey, if you're not listening live right now, you really should,
Yeah.
even though you didn't hear that.
Look, if you're listening to this on Spotify, YouTube, I need you to find a time machine, go back in time,
Exactly.
watch it on Facebook Live, and comment that you found a time machine, because I feel like that'd be a pretty big discovery for just humanity in general.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise using witchcraft on me to get the fire off me!
So Anna Hall Barron has posted on our live saying it looks like Carter, the church secretary, is here.
Ooh, which one?
Carter,
the church secretary.
Now, so Anna, for you guys that don't know, she was one of our office assistants, right? Yeah. So is she talking about somebody? All right, assistant. Carter, the assistant, is here.
The church assistant.
And then Kevin, the husband, just said, "Where is Boog Willis?"
Oh, that's what.
All right, Boog, we know. I'm a little lost with Carter. I'm not sure.
Actually, Josh is dressed up as Boog Willis after he let himself go a little bit.
That's right. Yeah. What are you saying? I'm not in shape?
Or let himself go or hit his prime. That's what.
Yeah. Boog retired and moved to Dixon County. That's
Kevin Barron said they have nothing better to do tonight than to watch it. Thanks for the vote of confidence there.
Yeah, thank
Kevin,
you.
Appreciate it.
We're glad.
I mean, that describes most of our listener base.
Yeah.
Viewer base.
That's right. So, just in case you heard that sound, I did watch Slaughterhouse. It's on Hulu right now, and let me tell you, dumb premise. It's a sloth that kills people, but production value and even the acting for the most part, I mean, it wasn't that bad. A lot of those like Sharknado and some of those ridiculous ones that you see, on whatever Sci-Fi or Amazon Prime, they're just so out there, and the production value's even really, really bad. But this one actually had like all the makings of like a typical Hollywood movie. It just had the most bizarre and ridiculous premise ever, but was entertaining, I will say. I did watch it from beginning to end, made it all the way through. Let me tell you, that sloth is crafty. One crafty sloth. He can drive. He can get on the internet. He can take selfies. I mean, this thing is smart.
Are we sure it's not just like a small child in a sloth outfit?
It could be. I'm still wondering.
Okay.
Because
I was going to ask,
really
how good of an
explain.
actor was the sloth?
The sloth was up there. I mean, I would say if anybody's getting an Oscar nod as far as acting skill, the sloth, I think, definitely deserves a best supporting actor or actress. It was a female.
A female sloth.
Yeah, female sloth.
She was just being moody.
Yep. Ooh, man.
That's how it goes.
Shots. I would play the shots fired, but I can't find it.
That's one of those statements you make and you look around and you're like, is my wife watching?
Yeah, hopefully she's not on the live tonight. Well, hey, we are going to do something fun tonight. We're going to get into this discussion, should Christians celebrate Halloween? But before we get into that, we asked another question on our social media this week, and we just asked you, the listeners, what candy that you like. And we're going to actually do our own top 10. We're going to build it here tonight on the podcast live. But before we get into that, I actually wanted to, Josh is always bringing cool stats. I wanted to bring some cool stats and tell you what the most popular candy in the United States is, because the research has already been done. And I'm going to let you know what the people are saying, and then we're going to let you know what DudeFax Nation is saying. So, when we talk about popular candy, sorry, I got to pull my mustache hairs out of my mouth. When we talk about popular candy in America, this is the numbers are derived from sales. And so it's not necessarily taste or how good it is, it's just sales. The number one candy, or as far as most popular in America, can you guys guess what it is? Number one.
On Halloween or just in general? Just the number one candy overall?
I think it is... I think they take data from candy sold around Halloween.
Okay.
But it can be just candy in general.
Tootsie Rolls.
All right, Tootsie Rolls. Ryan, what do you guess?
I'm going to say Reese's.
Ryan, you are correct. It is Reese's
Yes.
Peanut Butter Cups.
Yeah.
And number two is M&M's. Number 3, a surprise, Hot Tamales.
They're delicious.
Number 4, Skittles. Number 5, Sour Patch Kids. Number 6, Starburst. 7, Hershey Kisses. Number 8, a controversial candy corn. Number 9, Hershey's Mini Bars. And number 10, Snickers. So those are the most popular candies.
So I said Tootsie Rolls, not because it's popular, but because all the Planet Fitnesses have a huge bucket of them out front. And we know there's as many Planet Fitnesses as there are, like, Dollar Generals.
Yeah. That seems to work against their strategy, right?
Or maybe it just keeps people coming back.
That's true. You keep eating Tootsie Rolls, and you got to come back and work it on.
So they have, like, pizza days every week. They used to.
So Anna did say Reese's, so she had a good guess on that. And she did send us the link for Carter, which if we have time, maybe we can see what that's all about.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think we can pull that up here.
I do want to say, so Tootsie Rolls, if we're going based off of, like, what people's favorite candy is, I couldn't see Tootsie Rolls being up there, but I could have definitely seen them being number one just because I feel like I always see Tootsie Rolls because nobody eats them, and so there's always just tons of them.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like filler candy.
Yeah.
You'd have all the good stuff in your bag, and you have to comb through the sea of Tootsie Rolls to get to the good stuff.
People buy those big, like, mix bags to give out for candy on Halloween. I'm like, no, just buy a solid bag of Reese's and you're good to go.
That's right. That's all you need. Well, this survey came from USA Today. They also surveyed people to see their thoughts on the worst Halloween candy and the best Halloween candy. So we talked about popular in terms of sales. Now we have worst and best. Can you guys guess what the number one worst candy is, according to America?
Laffy Taffy.
They probably said
Laffy.
candy corn.
Yeah, they may have. But what's the it's like it's the chocolate taffy with the white center that you get at Halloween.
Bit of honey? No, that's not it.
They come in like the brown wrappers.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what it's called.
Oh, is it Cowtails? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I love some Cowtails.
Oh, okay.
Taffy.
Number 1 is Circus Peanuts.
Oh, I forgot those even existed.
I like Circus Peanuts.
Number 2 was candy corn, so that was on
and
the
I
list
like candy corn
as well. And Tootsie Rolls was number 10 on the list of worst candy. So, go figure. Best candy, as far as voted by America, what do you guys think is number 1?
I'm going with the Reese's of some sort.
That are M&M's.
Well, you guys nailed it. Reese's number 1, M&M's number 2. So,
nice.
Really not much different than the popular list, except that Butterfinger cracked the top 10, Kit Kat cracked the top 10. What's neat is they also did it by state. They actually took the most popular candy in each state and ranked the top 3 candy. Actually, I take that back. The top 10 most sold candy in each state. And so I went and I looked at Tennessee, of course. Number 1 was kind of weird. In Tennessee, it was Tootsie Pops was number 1. Number 2 was saltwater taffy. and number 3, Skittles in Tennessee. So apparently those are the most popular bought candy in Tennessee.
I used to be proud of our state.
I feel like Gatlinburg is pumping those saltwater taffy numbers up.
Yeah.
I agree.
Artificially.
Yep. We're going to blame this on Dolly. All that taffy. Well, what's interesting is I looked up Washington, Grant's home state, where he lives. Tootsie Pop's also number 1. Saltwater taffy also number 2. But number 3 was different. Number 3, M&M's in Washington. So very similar to Tennessee, which was really odd. And then I had to go back and look at Texas because that's where Ryan's from. Josh and I both lived in Texas. Texas made me a lot more proud than Tennessee. Number 1 in Texas, Sour Patch Kids. Number 2, Reese's. And number 3, Starburst. So,
all right, that's some
so
solid
I can live with that.
Yeah. Texas has it going on. Oh, sorry.
That's right. That's why everybody wants to move there.
Yeah. I've already got the outfit for it.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you fit right in.
I'm ready to go.
Look like you're coming from my family reunion.
Out there in West Texas.
Going to look for chicks.
Oh, that's an Alabama family reunion.
Yeah,
that's true.
But I thought your name was Darlene.
It's a new day.
Well, like I said, I'd like for us to determine the best candy according to DudeFax Nation. So we're going to do this. Each of us are going to share our top 5 to 7 candies. And then I'm going to read some that our listeners picked. And then the 3 of us will actually begin to rank the candy. And we're going to flesh out a top 10. An all new top 10. These will be the only 10 candies that you need this Halloween season. The ones that we come up with, because our list is going to blow away the rest of America. So
I mean, look at us. We are clearly candy connoisseurs.
That's right.
Right.
We are.
We live off of
so
candy.
I will start with Grant's list. He submitted it via text. He's not here this evening. Grant said Jelly Bellies, Tropical Skittles, Starburst, Snickers, and Reese's. Those were his top 5. So we're going to go around and see what our top 5 is. Josh, what are your top 5, 7 candies?
All right, so mine have changed a little over the years. It used to be Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, number 1, hands down, all the time. And it's still pretty high up there. But now my go-to are peanut M&Ms. You know, if I'm just wanting a little something to snack on, and I'm in the gas station or whatever, that's what I'm getting, are peanut M&Ms. Mainly, and there's some reason behind this. They are when you eat them and it's warm outside, or they sit in your car for a bit, they don't melt like the chocolate does. So, trying to keep my outfit clean and free of chocolate. So peanut M&Ms, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Butterfingers are up there. Yeah. I love a good Butterfinger. Sour Patch Kids, I'm a big fan of. And then I just like some good old fruit snacks. Chewy, fruit-flavored snacks. Like, they can be gummy bears or gummy worms, or the Welch's fruit snack, whatever, some sort of flavor like that is of a chewy texture.
Like a Gusher. I feel like that's the ultimate fruit snack.
Mm-hmm. Love Gushers.
Bite into it and it just explodes in your mouth.
And this isn't my top 5 or 7, but it is a controversial outside of candy corn, I'm a big licorice fan. I wouldn't just go out and buy a bag of it, but anytime I see it, I'm eating it.
Do you like the red and black?
Yeah, both of them.
See, because I like black licorice, but I am not a fan of the red. I'm not a fan of Twizzlers.
Racist.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Red Vines or Twizzlers, Josh?
Yeah, both of them. Or licorice jelly beans.
I'm a Twizzlers guy.
Yeah.
See, when I got my bag of candy, I would comb through the sea of not only Tootsie Rolls, but Twizzlers as well to get to the chocolate. Because, why am I wasting my time with Twizzlers and Tootsie Rolls?
It's true. That is like the secondary candy. That's the candy you eat after all the good stuff's gone.
Yeah. But the cool thing about Tootsie Rolls, and Josh, you may have been part of this too, is we used to think it was cool to put it in your mouth to where it looked like a dip.
Yeah.
And you just spit it. Like, yeah, I'm dipping some snuff.
You're just sucking on chocolate juice for an hour.
Yeah. It's good for your teeth.
Yeah.
That's what I should have had that up here. That would have completed the costume.
Yep. Find a Tootsie Roll real quick. All right, Ryan, what are your tops?
All right. So similar to Josh, my number one is peanut M&Ms. Mainly just they've always been my favorite. I think peanut M&Ms have always been my top favorite snack. I think they have like kind of that sweet and saltiness a little bit because peanuts have that natural saltiness. So it gives a little bit of depth to the flavor. After that, probably Reese's. I love a good Reese's cup, especially those ones like Halloween and Christmas, like the little mini cups that you get that are individually wrapped in foil. I'll go ham on those. You can actually buy the bags of them where they're unwrapped, and you just pop them out.
Oh,
They're
yeah, so much easier.
Yeah. You need to be
so much
unwrapping all
easier
that
to
stuff.
eat 50 of them at a time.
I don't want to deal with foil.
Got time for that.
So after that, I'd probably say some sort of like toffee chocolate bar. So like a Heath bar or a Hershey Score bar or something like that. I love those. Oddly enough, I love Smarties. So like they're kind of old style candy, but I love them.
I like Smarties.
They're always fun to snack on. I love getting those around Halloween. Starburst, but this is gonna be a little controversial because I exclusively I like all Starburst, but I love the orange Starburst.
And that is controversial.
I will specifically go for the orange Starburst in a bowl of Starburst.
See, there's a lot of people that put the orange last in their rankings.
I know, which is crazy to me. I love the orange. And then at Halloween, and it's just festive. It's colors.
Orange is last for me, but I think Grant said as well, like any color is fine, and that's where I am. I love.
Starburst. I like any color Starburst, but pink, obviously, the best.
And then I got my last one. I'll say Milk Duds. I love Milk Duds.
Good Milk Dud. Good movie theater food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the nice thing about Milk Duds is they last like 30 minutes each. So
they do.
Oh yeah.
You get to enjoy it for a long time.
Chewing on them.
Yeah.
So I'm a big Reese's guy. So I think Reese's is easily going to be in our top 10. 100 grand. I really like 100 grand. Those are so tasty. You're going to see a theme of a lot of chocolate. Snickers, Butterfinger. I really love the thing we always used to enjoy together, guys. The cookies and cream Hershey bar. Oh. Man, that so good.
Takes me back.
Yeah. Twix. Yeah, a Rendezvous. And then if you're talking non-chocolate, love Skittles, love Starburst as well. I can hammer those, but really just about anything except I'm not a huge Twizzlers fan. Don't really the red one. I do like black. I don't know why. And I don't like those little candy. I don't even know what they are. They're the ones that are like an orange wrapping, like plain orange wrapping, and you undo it, and it's just like a blob of like it makes it look like it's peanut butter, but it doesn't taste that good. It's just like really chewy, like whatever.
That's what I was talking about. It's a peanut butter color, not a chocolate color. But you just get them in like the orange wrapper, and again, I was saying brown, but it's only around.
So you
like at Halloween? No, I don't like those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's like one of those old style candies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
It's one of those that like you didn't know if you were eating candy or glue.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's kind of like eating saltwater taffy.
Yeah. Your teeth stuck together no matter what. Well, our listeners got on and they had some great things to say. I was very thankful for all of you that jumped on, and people are opinionated about this. But we got Kim DeWitt said Twix, 100 grand, Kit Kat. Sand and Coffee gone on. He said the Mellow Cream Pumpkins, which I didn't know they were called Mellow Cream, but they're the pumpkins that taste like candy corn.
Yeah.
That you can only get on Halloween.
Yeah. Yep.
Nate Inzor said candy corn. Really controversial there. He also said Skittles. And then we had Ryan, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Manavong. Ryan Manavong said Milky Way. And Ethan, our old pal Ethan, he said Reese's all the way, but he said that apparently now they have worms in them, and he said he's deeply saddened and terrified.
Okay.
I have not heard this.
Yeah. Olivia, it was just last night, I think, or maybe it was earlier today, started telling us that it happened years ago. They found like a maggot or something in one of the Reese's cups, but it's happened several times since then. But I've never heard of it, but they're too good to give up either way.
Yeah, I mean, even if it has worms in it, it's still better to me than Twizzlers.
I mean, apples have worms. People still eat those. So
that's right.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
We all have worms in us already, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I have worms in my heart. Like a dog.
But thank you for all the listeners that pitched in and gave us your choices as well. But what I got here is I thought we'd first just sort of put everything in categories. I've got epic, I've got really good, decent, and just sucky. So some of these ones that we've already listed, I want to kind of just be able to put the candy that's really, really good so we know it's going to be like a top 3 or 4 candy. Would you guys agree that Reese's probably in the epic category? Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people said Reese's. Mm-hmm. I guess peanut M&Ms, that was mentioned a couple times as well. Would that be in that epic category?
Yeah, I would put it there personally.
Yeah.
I mean, it is our list. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. What other ones did we have? We had a lot of Skittles that were mentioned.
What are our categories again? Epic,
really good, decent, and sucky. So Skittles, or is that a really good?
I think they're really. I like Skittles. I'd say really good.
Okay. And then Starburst, that was a popular one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Starburst
really
is
good. All right.
I think you could throw Butterfinger under like good.
Okay.
Mainly because I feel like it's a hit or miss with some people, me included. Mainly because it's messy.
Let's see.
That's true, and it does stick in your teeth as well.
Milky Way was mentioned a couple times. Does that one belong on the list? I do like a good Milky Way.
Yeah, for me it would be decent. It's a decent candy, but that would be my vote.
Snickers is better than Milky Way in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd put Snickers in the really good category.
Snickers in the really good. Okay. What about Kit Kat? Because that was mentioned a couple times as well.
They're good, but it's not something I think about getting. Hey,
you ever walk into a gas station on a road trip saying, "Oh man, I want a Kit Kat."
I'm sorry.
We have some comments.
I'm distracted. Red alert, Jeff. Your wife is on the pod. She's listening.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's downstairs, so she's probably just wondering what's going on up here. So
just checking on you.
Do you want to say anything special to her?
No, I'll just do this.
That bow
if you have any
gift that keeps on giving.
Steph, if you have any good candies that you like, put it in the comments. So, but I say Steph, it's probably Silas watching it on her phone.
Well, the comment says, "Y'all are cracking me up. I love the costumes."
Oh, nice.
Does that sound like something Silas would say?
No, that's definitely Steph.
That's Stephanie. Yeah.
So Twix. Does Twix belong on here?
For me, it would be decent.
Decent.
Yeah, a good Twix, but decent's good. A good spot for it.
So far, I've got Reese's peanut M&Ms. That's in the epic category. Really good. I've got Snickers, Skittles, Starburst, Butterfinger. Decent. I've got Twix and Milky Way. So really, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candies. What else do we need to like throw in here that maybe even bounces some of these off?
I don't want to like upset what you've already done there, but I wonder if Starburst shouldn't move into the epic category because there's not anything quite like that, and it's actually good taffy. I'm guessing if it would be taffy, but I'm
totally fine with that.
I'm a big fan of Starburst. I should have had that in my top 5 probably.
Unless you're talking about the orange.
I like them all, but that's last. That would be last on the list. It's pink, red, yellow, orange.
See, I think I'm pink. Red and orange are about the same for me, and then yellow.
Oh, okay.
I always hate when I open the packs of 2 and it's a double yellow. That's like a bad day.
Yeah, but you still eat it though, right?
Oh, I'll still eat it, but definitely a bad day.
That just means you have to get another pack.
Yep, that's right.
Keep
Any
eating.
other? Oh wait, we have another costume to air here.
Uh-oh.
Here it comes. Let's see if we can get this. Oh look, I was brought a Reese's by this thing.
Man.
Lucky.
What a pill.
Yeah. So just like Weird Al, I'm going to eat it. How about that? Thank you.
Is that a white chocolate Reese's?
It is.
Oh
Man.
Maybe we can get some good sounds here.
Make sure you really enjoy it.
That's good.
You should leave some in your mustache.
All right. So we need to get back to our list here.
What are some other candies that have been mentioned?
Let's see, candy corn. Does that belong on the list? Or is that just totally in the sucky category?
I would say decent. But that's
I'm
actually
not a big candy corn fan. My mother loves it, but I hate it. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not something I gravitate towards.
What about this was in America's top 10, but none of us mentioned it, but they're good. Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Really?
That was on mine.
I love any like sour gummy candy. I love. So like Sour Patch Kids, Sour Punch straws, like any type of stuff like that.
So would we put that in the really good category?
I think so. I think we got to have at least one
Yeah.
sour candy.
Yeah.
I think Sour Patch Kids is the best of them. So yeah, we could say that.
All right. Hot tamales, that was another popular one.
Decent for me.
I hate any cinnamon candy.
I'm not a big yeah.
So I love Red Hots. So I like them, but yeah, you could put that down in the sucky. I mean, since the vote outweighs 2-1, my thought on it.
What about just you know those bags of all the like the Hershey mix that has like Hershey dark chocolate, Crackle, Mr. Good Bar? I just call like that those little Hershey bars.
Yeah, it's basically like all variations on the Hershey bar.
Yeah.
Which I think a Hershey bar could definitely go on the list.
Yeah,
But Hershey.
I would say pretty good on my end because it's just good chocolate.
So we're getting there. Any that we haven't mentioned that should probably be on the list. Any Necco wafer fans out there?
Oh, they're so terrible.
Bitto Honey.
Bitto Honey's decent.
Hershey Kisses.
Good.
Hershey Kisses
that'd be good to me as well.
Again,
It's
the
kind of just
foil.
Hershey bar in a different form.
Okay, that's true. It is difficult access.
Yeah. I'd rather just pop it in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need. I'm glad Grant's not here.
Yeah, I was just waiting on something.
So I was restraining myself.
Oh man, yeah, my mustache almost fell off in that.
I mean, there could be like
of doing central things with our mouths. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to make our top 10, and I've made a mess of this board that I'm writing on, and for some reason can't find my good eraser. So I'm just going to write down. So our epic candies, we have Reese's and we have peanut M&Ms and Starburst.
Starburst.
So we have that in our epic candies. So those are probably going to be in the top 3. I would have to say. Really good. We have Hershey's. You know what? The easier thing is I'm just going to take a picture with my phone and then we'll rewrite it. We have Hershey's. We have Butterfingers. We have Snickers, Skittles, and Sour Patch Kids. The decent, we have Twix, Milky Way, and candy corn kind of snuck in there. And then sucky, we have Hot Tamales or Red Hots. So those are where we're going. So what we'll do is we can kind of create the list really any way that we want. So we can start from the top if you guys want to. So number 1 candy, out of those 3 that we put as epic, what are we going to say? Are we saying Reese's? Are we saying peanut M&Ms? Are we going to say Starburst? What do we got? I know both you guys like peanut M&Ms. I'm a Reese's guy.
Yeah,
this is what
I would be
say.
fine with putting Reese's as the top if all 3 of us are.
I'm fine with that because although right now peanut M&Ms is my go-to of all time, it would be Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Okay. All right. So Reese's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right. Number 2, peanut M&Ms or Starburst?
I would say peanut M&Ms. That would be my
Yeah.
vote.
I mean, I personally would put peanut M&Ms over Starburst.
I do like some peanut M&Ms.
All right.
I really like the peanut butter M&Ms.
Yeah.
Those, now we're talking.
Have you had the fudge brownie?
Really? Oh, yeah.
Those are good. And then if you mix the fudge brownie with the peanut butter M&Ms, just
one that I loved that they don't make that much anymore is the pretzel M&Ms.
Yeah, I was just thinking about those.
I don't know what happened to those. But
remember going to Sam's Club and getting a big old bag of them.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put
how we
Starburst
roll.
number 3. So we've got Reese's number 1, peanut M&Ms, Starburst number 3, if you can read my sloppy handwriting. So number 4, out of Snickers, Skittles, Sour Patch Kids, Hershey, and Butterfinger. What are we going with? We had to throw one up there.
I think Snickers.
All
That's
right,
just an
Snickers.
all-around, consistently good snack.
All right,
Yes.
out of Skittles, Sour Patch Kids, Butterfinger, Hershey. What would number 5 be, Ryan?
I'm going to go Sour Patch Kids on that one.
I concur.
Sour Patch Kids. And then number 6, out of Skittles, Butterfinger, Hershey. I'm just going to throw Skittles on there. I mean, really, all these are kind of interchangeable. They can really fit anywhere on the list.
I feel like you get past like the top 5 and everything's just kind of like on the same playing field.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So number 7 and 8, you just want to say Hershey and Butterfinger?
Yeah, I'm fine with that because I would rather have a Hershey's than a Butterfinger.
I used to be the other way around, but now I agree with Ryan. I think it's the messy factor and then just the way it gets stuck in your teeth all the time.
So 9 and 10, how do we want to end this? We have Twix and Milky Way and candy corn is decent, but are there any others that we need to sneak up there into the top 10 that are better than those?
Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth,
Hasn't been
Payday.
mentioned Payday. I would put Baby Ruth and Payday both over the 2 that are left there.
And I would also throw in the Hershey's cookies and cream bar.
Oh,
the
yeah. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put that in, number 9. So
All right.
Hershey's cookies and cream. Just because it means so much to us DudeFax Nation.
Could you put it at 7 and like all things Hershey, especially the cookies and cream?
We could.
Or if you just want it to be 9, like, I mean, this is going to be erased as soon as we're done recording, right? Or are we going to get this framed or something?
I'm going to take
etched
a
in
picture of it and
stone.
put it online. This is the list. So then, number 9, you want to say like a Baby Ruth?
Yeah.
And then number 10, how do we want to end this?
All right, what all was left?
Do we want to give candy corn its due?
I'd put it on there. But that's top 10 of like all the candies, right?
Yeah. We still have Twix. We still have Milky Way. We haven't mentioned Three Musketeers.
That's a tough decision right there.
I like a good Milky Way. I like Twix too. But I'm like Ryan. I like Heath. Heath bars are pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, why don't we go Heath? Because that's different.
You want to go Heath?
Yeah, that toffee's good.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and throw a Heath on there. All right. So we have our list, and you may not be able to read my writing, but number 1 is Reese's. Number 2, peanut M&Ms. Number 3, Starburst. Number 4, Snickers. Number 5, Sour Patch Kids. Number 6, Skittles. Number 7, Hershey's Cookies and Cream, or all things Hershey.
Yeah.
Number 8, Butterfinger. Number 9, Baby Ruth. Number 10, Heath. So that's our top 10. Those are the candies that you need on Halloween. If you get any other candy, just throw it somewhere.
You know, and here's
in the Cumberland River.
Everything
else.
The TikToks are going to be just up in arms about this.
Yes.
At least I hope so.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Losers.
flat earthers are going to be mad that we have so much round candy.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what the flat earther favorite candy is.
Yeah.
It's probably those the thing you said earlier, Jeff, the little disc. Wafer disc.
Oh, Necco wafers?
Necco wafers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's either Necco wafers or maybe they like fruit roll-ups because it's all flat. Oh, and roll it out. Yeah.
I definitely say they probably do not like the Milky Way bars.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know if they believe in the universe.
Yeah.
Well, they do. It's just all like 10 feet in the air.
Right.
But you know, they are a bunch of Sour Patch Kids, so.
Well, they're coming out with all this stuff, trying to get all this attention. You know, they're just hoping for a payday.
Yeah, that's right. They probably want $100,000.
Probably.
All right, we can go on and on. What do you think about our list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? We want to hear from you, and I'm talking to you. So, let us know what we got wrong, how terrible our list is, how great it is, because it is great. Hershey's Cookies and Cream, legit. We'll fight you over that. Actually, we won't, but we say we will. But we are talking about Halloween, all things Halloween. And so you want to stick around for our discussion as we get into whether or not it is okay to celebrate Halloween. Let's go.
And I think on the way out, I'm sorry. I have a dad joke. I should have mentioned this earlier. It's short. Weird Al, is that okay?
Yes. Oh yeah.
All right. It's quick. It's quick. Well, let me put the teeth in.
Yeah, the music.
Yep. Here we go. All right.
Get the music.
Why could the male ghost not have babies? Because he had a Halloweenie. I love the fact I'm watching the live stream and it has a closed caption on there and it nailed Halloweenie. I love it.
Yes. Woo! Way to go, Zuckerberg.
Is it a like just a thing if you have buck teeth you have to lick them while you talk? Because like I noticed that people who have actual buck teeth do that as well.
I can't lick the front of these. And these aren't the good ones that we used to have where you would have the little gel stuff you'd put in there and it would
yeah.
form to your. It just fell in my coffee mug.
The good thing about this costume is you take off the mustache, I immediately look like David Koresh. So
That's very true.
yeah, and the
All
Branch Davidians. More controversial talk next.